those cracks are so good. So if we pop it now into comfort mode, using the selector in the center console, you will hear the difference, the revs will drop, and also things get a touch quieter. So just listen to the difference in this now. Of course, you can tell that you no longer have those cracks coming out, so obviously I prefer to have the car in Sport Plus, and when you do that you also get an indication here of the settings that come along with it. But for me, this sound is just fantastic. I love it an awful lot. So as well as that, Brabus have allowed me to take the car for a quick little drive around their car park area. It's a prototype. This is basically the only one in the world, so we can't take any chances with it, but we can get a feel for what it's like when you get to accelerate ever so slightly. So let's head on out, go round and see and get a small experience of this car on the road. In the G-Wagon, to select gear, you've got the stalk on the right, so we will drive on out and just go for a little loop around and get a feel for this. I do love driving this thing every time. Even just there, you've got the side bolsters that inflate to support you in your seat, but it doesn't feel right because the previous generations of the G-Wagon weren't, I think we can safely say, weren't exactly the best dynamically. This is a vast, vast, vast improvement in the new car versus the old ones, and you just feel so, you know, like the boss when you're driving it, because it's tall, it's got presence, it's still the iconic G-Wagon, but so cool in every way. And then in this car, it does this, which is just pure entertainment. Anyway, there's a small little track here, so we can just cross the road to the other side and have a short little drive around in the car. Nothing too crazy, but in any case, it's quite cool to be driving the only one of these that they've made so far, and just to get a small sense of what it's about. So we're in automatic at the moment. You've got a button in the center console to put it into manual. You can also soften the suspension, but keep it in Sport Plus so that we've got the exhaust valve opened on the other side. Oh, they've got new shifter paddles as well. I hadn't actually initially noticed those before. Oh, the cracks. All right, let's just head on around this way. On the small little test track that they have right here. Let's probably not go over the bumpy side of things, although actually it wouldn't be a problem at all in this car. Yes, I love driving G-Wagons. Okay. Then we go over these kind of speed bumps and probably don't even notice them. Of course you feel those, but they're meant to be pretty dramatic. And it just rides on over. The thing with this car is if you do take it off-road, it's so happy to just climb up anything. You can give it the steepest surfaces, the steepest inclines that you can't even walk up properly, and it could just climb straight on up. But yes, this is what I'm talking about. So just a small little around the car park really, but nonetheless good fun just to experience the car a little bit. Obviously something like this. It just picks up. By the way, this car goes 0 to 100 in 4.3 seconds. The stock car is quick already at 4.4 seconds, but in here, 4.3. Anywho, let me just park it up right here in the middle of the helipad. He says I'll be quite particular about it. We've got the reversing camera just to help ourselves out. So if I pop it up into reverse, automatically brings that up. And for example, I could line it up in the middle of the helipad right here, like so. How easy is that? I've gone a bit far, haven't I? Let's pop it back. Do-do-do. It's entertaining. I love this thing. It's so cool. Well, that was fun, and the sun is now setting, but this car is exactly the right amount of crazy. The looks of it, the noise that it makes, and the power that it has. 700 horsepower and 950 Newton meters. But I realise we've not yet checked out the engine bay, he says, as an AMG GTS just goes on past. So let's pop open the bonnet and have a quick look at the car's power plant. At any opportunity to open up these doors, you can see the LEDs illuminating for the side sills as well. So down here, we've got the lever. You'll also notice the Brabus pedals that you have down there too. Let's come round and just have a look at this. I do like the carbon fibre bulge that you have in the centre, but lifting this up, you've got the Brabus designation there, the Brabus plate over the top, but it's the 4-litre bi-turbo V8. In stock configuration, it's 585 horsepower, taken up 115 to 700, and in stock it will be 850 Newton meters of torque, another 100 Newton meters to get to the 950 of this car, which comes from a bolt-on ECU. But the regular engine is a brilliant thing. We find it across the range of AMG models, so of course it was going to find a way into the G63, then Brabus doing their magic work to make it even more powerful. Let's close this back down. Nice firm close as well, and come around towards the rear. One more thing I'd like to show you back here. Of course, this is a practical vehicle after all. You've got a lot of luggage space in the back, but even the Brabus touches back here, the floor mat with the stitching and also the Brabus embroidery, the quilting you see across that. Folding seats as well for the back. But there we go. I am a big fan of the G63. I would love one in the garage, and I would even more love one of these, the Brabus 700 Wide Star. So I hope you've enjoyed this first look at the car, seeing it, hearing it, running through the modifications on a lovely day here at Brabus. So thank you very much, as always, for watching. I appreciate your support, but that is it for this time. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.